Hello, this is Tim, and we're reading from Police and the Black Man. You know, it took me a little while to realize that that was a cop. It's crazy. We're reading from an essay, Voice to Men, and it's really, really good. So we're just going to continue to read through it. Individuals evaluate procedural justice based on four primary variables: voice and participation, which refers to the degree to which people feel they are given the opportunity to express their opinions and concerns during a decision making process; impartiality, which refers to the perceived neutrality and consistency of a decision making process; respect and dignity, which relates to the way people perceive they are being treated; and trustworthiness and perceived benevolence of the officer's motives. Procedural justice has a significant impact on the perceived legitimacy of the police and ultimately on an individual's willingness to obey the law. When people believe in an institution or legal authority, such as the police, is proper, they are willing to accept the power of authority and feel it is their duty to obey authority's rule. These principles apply to youth and adults. Studies involving youth found a strong correlation between youth's perception of legitimacy and self reported compliance with the law. The more youth perceive police to behave fairly, the more likely they are to view the police as legitimate. The less cynical they are likely to be about the laws, and the more likely they are to comply with the rules. The black family, what black parents teach their black boys. Legal socialization starts early for black boys. Young people's attitudes about the police develop from the personal interactions they have with police, as well as the direct and indirect lessons they internalize from the social environments in which they live. School and home are likely two of the most important environments that contribute to the legal socialization of young black males, because African Americans are more likely to have family members who have been verbally and physically abused by the police. It is no surprise that black families have been proactive in transmitting norms on dealing with law enforcement. Black parents tell their children to always keep your hands where they can see them, avoid sudden movements, and behave in a courteous and respectful manner toward officers. Don't do nothing, don't say nothing smart, don't play with BB guns. In an interview with Democracy Now!, Roots member Amir Questlove Thompson recalls his father telling him, "If you're ever in this position, you're to slowly keep your hands up," and notes that his father did it in sort of a humorous way that Richard Pryor did. But these lessons are not all conveyed through humor. For many black boys, these lessons mean the difference between life and death. Journalist Ta-Nehisi Coates' warning to his son was much more bleak. And you know now, if you did not before, that the police departments of your country have been endowed with the authority to destroy your body. It does not matter if the destruction is the result of an unfortunate overreaction. It does not matter if it originates in a misunderstanding. It does not matter if the destruction springs from a foolish policy. Just as these lessons may keep some children safe, they also transfer negative attitudes and resentments created by the police from one generation to the next. In his 2015 TED Talk, poet and educator Clint Smith highlights the blatantly racist nature of police interactions when he tells his son, "Son, I'm sorry you can't act the same as your white friends. You can't pretend to shoot guns. You can't run around in the dark." These narratives are not new. Blacks have had a long and tortured relationship with the police, arising from the enforcement of the Fugitive Slave Act, the Black Codes, and unjust Jim Crow laws, as well as the excessive force and brutality used to curtail the social and racial protests of the 1960s civil rights movement. Blacks have long spoken out against police brutality and racism, and black children have long internalized family stories about negative experiences with the police, often reliving them vicariously. And it's very interesting. People should go back to the reality that policing started on the plantation, and it's run the same way. So if you go back and you read slave narratives, or slave fugitive reports, and the slave catchers, you'll see that they're police. The same operation. Nothing's changed in 200 and something years. Yeah, they have uniforms now and they might look a little different, but really it's the same. And it doesn't matter what ethnicity the police are, they are there to serve that function, because we had black overseers on the plantation as well. And you know, my thing is, we're still on the plantation. This is a plantation society. And hopefully, with all the protests, we can destroy that and become a different kind of society. And hopefully, it's not a fascist one, or even more fascist one. Maybe it's more of a village type society. So we'll see. We'll see. And hopefully, we're all working to try to create a better place. And that's the important thing. And I thank you for supporting me in my work. And I hope that you take care of your mind, take care of your body, and stay safe.